I've been lucky enough to hunt all over the world in many different hunting situations. It's always been a dream of mine to hunt in New Zealand for Himalayan tahr and Alpine chamois. And when I was in New Zealand, I had one of the most amazing Leica Geovid HDB experiences. Although beautiful, New Zealand is brutal, and it's a very, very difficult place to hunt. You have to hike in a long way, you have to hike out a long way, and it is just some of the most amazing hunting country for me. It's somewhere I feel pretty close to my maker. The Himalayan tahr and the Alpine chamois were both introduced to New Zealand just over 100 years ago. They both live in the southern Alps of New Zealand in some pretty spectacular scenery. Having travelled 16,000 miles to get to New Zealand and having hiked for several days to get to these animals, the moment I saw both animals was the culmination of a lot of emotions, a lot of planning, a lot of thought. My heart was racing, but I needed to control the situation. These shots were probably going to be some of the most difficult shots of my hunting career, and they needed to count. Both animals were over 300 metres away, between a 50 and 60 degree steep angle of incline. Now, had I chosen to use my own judgment on this, even with my experience, I would have aimed high, as in both cases the animals were over 300 metres away. Because of the extreme angles and the thinness of mountain air, the Geovid calculated that I needed to aim low. Trusting the Geovids, I made 2 perfect shots and accomplished the hunt of a lifetime. By giving me the correct information, the ballistic calculator in the Geovid ensured my success on this hunt. Not only did I need absolute clarity and good colour contrast with my optics in the mountains, but I also needed more with the ballistic calculation. The Geovid HDB rangefinding binoculars measure real-time data that affect the trajectory of your bullet. Temperature, barometric pressure, distance and angle are all taken into account in a split second. The binoculars then calculate with either a predetermined ballistic curve or by using an SD memory card programmed with your own load data, the drop value, equivalent horizontal distance or number of clicks you need to dial on your scope to be on target. Because of the demanding nature of this hunt, at altitude and in the mountains, the Geovid HDB rangefinding binocular with its ballistic calculator was really my only choice, and that meant my first shot counted. As an ethical hunter, any piece of equipment that I can use to help me do the job more effectively is something that I need to consider. Leica's Geovid HDB binoculars take the guesswork and luck out of long-range shooting and are no longer just a tool for observation. For more information on Leica Sport Optics, go to Leica's website, follow the Facebook page, the hunting blog or Instagram.